Hey everybody, it is Justin, your guide into the other side. So I wanted to talk about the update that we got with the upcoming Ethereum or Magic Eden Ethereum marketplace. So that goes live tomorrow on Tuesday. And we got an interesting update from Yuga Labs as well as an interview on NFT Now that we're going to break down. And then we're going to kind of contextualize that afterwards with the Magic Eden Creator Alliance. So then we can kind of see where where like all of the space is moving forward slowly but surely, in my opinion. But we'll have to see. So why don't we get into it? So tomorrow, the much anticipated Magic Eden Ethereum marketplace goes live, the first major marketplace to partner with creators and launch a platform that we can all be proud of, with custom pages for collectors, loyalty rewards, and contractual royalty enforcement. So Yuga and Magic Eden are taking a big step forward to bring us back to a creator-led Web3. So in sync with the marketplace launch, tomorrow we will be sunsetting our support for all marketplaces who don't support royalties for creators. Very interesting sentence here. We're going to have to see how that plays out over the next coming, over the short term, medium term, and the long term. So this means that our collections with a royalty filter will only be traded on marketplaces that respect creator royalties for any and all creators at the protocol level. Royalties are the lifeline that keeps creators building fun, weird, and innovative activations in this space. So very interesting update. This kind of affects everybody in the space, from creators, short-term liquidity traders, as well as collectors. So it's going to be interesting to see how that impacts. We might see a platform shuffle up here. I know there's a lot of stuff happening. So why don't we get into the exclusive interview by NFT Now? So it says exclusive interview, Yuga Labs to block marketplaces that don't enforce royalties by, of course, Lorepunk. So why don't we get into it? So on Monday, February 26th, okay, we already read the marketplace announcement, so we're just going to kind of skip that. We already read that. Louis Conroy, the VP for Communications, added an additional bit of news. Our new PFP, the Grailed, from the 10KTF team, will also reveal on Magic Eden as Yuga's first new and native collection on the marketplace. So these PFPs were actually developed over many months by holders of NFTs across the 10KTF ecosystem. So according to PBman, the long-term ape holder, active community member, and product manager at Yuga Labs, spearheading the project, the move to support royalty enforcement is for all of us. So he believes that the space support, when the space supports creators financially, they are free to bring back the spirit of community, and that it epitomized the space during the 2021 NFT bull market. So Yuga isn't resting on its laurels following bombshell announcements of its acquisition of Proof and, of course, Garga coming back to the CEO role. So as apes prepare to welcome thousands of holders to Ape Island in the Apes Come Home Otherside trip, planned for Thursday, February 26th, NFT Now sat down with PBman for an interview. So why are Yuga Labs taking the step of blocking trading of their assets on marketplaces that don't universally enforce royalties? So again, we're blocking any marketplace that does not respect royalties for all creators. It's not about Yuga, it's about creators. So if you go back to 2021, creators flocked to the space. They were all building really cool, weird, wild stuff on all these platforms, and the monetization part of the creator equation was solved by royalties. So again, the royalties solved that monetization part, but the creator had to focus on bringing attention to their project and uplifting their community. So I think that's what made this space really fun. And if you go back to 2021, the reason why everything felt so new and novel was because it was about bringing attention to the project and the community behind it. So again, I think that solves it. Being able to come back to a space where royalties are enforced and creators can build without having to worry about that monetization aspect really brings it back. So how about peer-to-peer trading sites like SudoSwap or over-the-counter trading? Will that be blocked? That's an interesting question. We also have a tweet here kind of just showing the stuff for Magic Eden, but why don't we get into the question? So we're going to allow collections to be traded on any marketplace that respects royalties for all creators. And if you go to the example of SudoSwap, it has two protocols, V1, which doesn't recover royalties. That's going to be blocked. And then V2, which won't, because it does respect royalties. So let's see what else we have here. So it's interesting that Yuga's only allowing trading where everyone's royalties are respected. With Yuga's regularly enjoying some of the highest trading volumes across the market, it could have chosen to support marketplaces that enforce Yuga royalties, but not necessarily those of other collections. Is this Yuga taking a stance for the space as a whole? So Basically, yes. Back in 2021, the space was fun. It was truly fun. And the analogy that Peepman said here was, I like to use is that okay, I'm choking on my words, but basically, in the YouTube space, when Mr. Beast or Logan Paul put out content, they focus on bringing the most attention and most entertainment for their viewers, right? They don't focus on monetizing views. They focus on bringing the most attention, and that solved the monetization aspect of via, ads and stuff like that. So creators should focus on the really wild stuff that can make the space, entertaining and fun, and the monetization should be solved by royalties rather than having creators having to find alternative ways of doing business that could potentially kill that, that fun and part of the business, right? So, okay, let's talk about the flippers and yield farmers. So, do you think they'll be annoyed that they can't use Yuga assets to grind points as easily? So, we do have, I think they talk about Magic Eden here. So Magic Eden's team is hungry to win, and I really appreciate that team. They're smart people. They're not afraid to reward creators and the collectors, and that makes Magic Eden a very interesting marketplace for everybody to use. And there are rewards via the Diamonds program, as well as rewards for creators via royalty enforcement that was not there before. So one of the most intriguing aspects of this stand for royalty enforcement is that it will take effect as Magic Eden's new royalty enforcing Ethereum marketplace goes live. Does Yuga have any exciting plans for how the community will experience its collections on Magic Eden? Interesting. So again, I let me zoom out here. I think we have a lot of stuff here with regards to kind of seeing your ape as well. You kind of see the family of mutants and dogs, and then there's also staking details too. So that's pretty interesting. Let's see. So we have really cool things coming up for the Yugaverse, like collector pages. I have my ape and I have my mutant and my dog, and that came from my ape. And you're able to see the whole hierarchy of NFTs derived from that, and they're cool custom collector pages as well. So they kind of talk about, diamonds as well, and then, proof and moonbirds with features and stuff like that. But we're just going to kind of skip that. I think we want to actually talk about which collections are impacted here. But I'm just going to kind of briefly skim over here. Oh, yeah, there's some alpha here at the very end. As a product manager with Yuga, do you have any alpha to share with our readers about what's in store, particularly now that Garga has come back on board? So I'd love to give you alpha and share what we're building, but I also think it kills a little bit of the excitement. But oh yeah, they also talk about the new Yuga subsidiary. So what I can say, I'm excited about the new Bay C LLC. Very interesting. And then another thing I can share is that there will be a little Magic Eden Easter egg in Apes Come Home, the next Otherside trip, slated to happen on Thursday, February 29th. So I think we might have to find Emmy, the Magic Eden mascot, inside of Apes Come Home. That's my suspicion / prediction. So, anyways, let's talk about the collections that are impacted and are blocked by Blur and OpenSea, and not. So basically, we have all the collections here. These are the ones that we blocked on Blur and OpenSea. So Otherside expanded. We have Vessels, Maras, Codas, 10KTF, G tags, the Gucci Grails, the stock room, of course, all the stuff, all the 10K stuff. Then heavy metal, the catalysts. Okay, so we know that catalysts are coming. Amazing. We have loot, ship parts, relics, and then of course the Moonbirds IP, such as the Mythics, the Mythic Eggs, the Grail Mint Pass, Bits of Howen. I think that one's a 10 KTF. But there's also Comfy Tokens, Sewer Passes, and Kagamis. So definitely interesting to see how that impacts us short term with regards to royalties as well as liquidity. But let's kind of tie it back to what we saw. It's not just Yuga. This ties back to the Magic Eden Creator Alliance. I know I talked about this a couple of times, but it is a coalition of the top NFT projects in Web3 and who are focused on promoting a sustainable royalty framework to empower creators and grow the NFT ecosystem. And these are the constituency of these members are basically a lot of the top Ethereum NFT projects. Not just Yuga Labs. There's Artifact, there's Pudgy Penguins, Azuki's, Zero N14, Sugartown, D Gods and Utes, Doodles, Neo Tokyo, Animoca Brands. So I think that's probably everything. That's very interesting, actually. There's Creeps, Pixelmon, Wildcard, Sanford Tokyo, Forgotten Runes, Frame, Adidas, Hytopia, Wrecked Guys. I'm just going to read them all just because fuck it. Thank you, X, OK Bears, World of Women. There's a lot here. Valeria Games, Deadfall, Cyberkongs. I'm just gonna totally, lose my breath here. Crypto Ninja Partners, A Kid Called Beast, Army of Fortune, Renga, Quirkies, Random Character Collective, aka the Invisible Friends, Degen Tools, Killabears, Crypto Goons, Steady Stack, Alien Friends, Rug Radio, the Doge Pound, and Truth Labs on board. So that's a lot of projects, right? From a lot of notable collections, right? It's not just Yuga Labs. It's nice to see that spearheadedness, from the incumbent in the space. So that's interesting. It's also it may, I don't know how to say this specifically, but maybe more interoperability between these players within Otherside and other projects that people have. We did see that OK Bears, allow list. I think we saw that thing yesterday essentially, but I won't go over it again. But again, these notable projects plan to support the new Magic Eden marketplace on Ethereum. So honestly, that's a very large coalition of NFT projects, and I think that does kind of signal the way that things are going. So whether that's positive or negative for how that splits between the projects that do want this and the projects that may not, is going to be very interesting, right? So together, the plan to advocate for a better industry that safeguards creators and encourages innovation. So again, things are maturing, things are getting very interesting. Let's see how this kind of plays out. So again, yeah, pretty big update. Not on the exciting front, but something that is important to go over in all regards, just because there's so much stuff going on, and might as well figure out how things are going. So anyways, definitely hit that like and subscribe button if you enjoyed this content. Definitely hit that subscribe button. All the links will be in the description below, and I'm excited for Thursday. I'm excited for Tuesday. Season 2 is ending. We're going into Apes Come Home, so it's gonna be interesting to see how those all those collections pair up. But anyways, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.